All right, let's talk about HomeAdvisor, Angi, Yelp, Thumbtack, all of those. Because if you spend any time in one of the contractor groups on Facebook or something, you've seen the posts. Are these worth it? Why are these leads trash? Why is everyone calling the same homeowner? The conversation comes up constantly. And here's the problem: most contractors think the issue is the platform. It's not. The real issue is dependency. You're not building marketing, you're renting attention. And that's what we're going to break down. So, HomeAdvisor, Angi, Thumbtack, Yelp, there's nothing magical about any of these platforms. They aggregate attention and sell it back to you, which is fine if you understand what you're doing. But most contractors don't realize they're not building marketing. They're renting someone else's audience every single month. And look, I understand why this stuff feels good. It's fast, it's easy, there's no setup, no website overhaul, no CRM cleanup. You just turn it on and activity happens. It feels like progress. But activity and progress are not the same thing. And here's the part nobody likes to say out loud: those leads are usually shared. 3, 4, sometimes 5 contractors calling the same homeowner. Now you're not competing on positioning, you're competing with speed and price. And guess what that turns into? A race to the bottom. When your only advantage is being cheaper, that's not a marketing strategy at all. I hear the same stories over and over. Everyone called at once. They were just price shopping. The leads weren't exclusive. It's hard to cancel. Charges just kept hitting my card. I'm not going to say every experience is bad, but if you've been in these groups more than 5 minutes, you've seen the complaints, I'm sure. And here's the real issue: even if it does work, even if you close jobs, you still don't own anything. You don't own the traffic. You don't own the platform. You don't control the algorithm. You don't control how the leads are distributed. You're building their asset, not yours. Instead, here's what compounds. Here's what really matters: a website built around real search intent, a properly optimized Google business profile, reviews that stack under your name, a CRM that follows up automatically, retargeting audiences. That stuff builds equity. Month after month, it just gets stronger. If you stop paying a lead platform, what happens? Leads stop instantly. If you build assets, rankings grow, reviews accumulate, brand recognition builds, cost per lead drops over time. One is rent, one is equity. You decide which one sounds more stable. And listen, buying leads can be a bridge. If you're brand new and need cash flow, fine. But it should never be your foundation. If 5 years into your business you're still dependent on shared leads, that's not a growth strategy. If your marketing disappears the moment you stop paying someone else, you don't have marketing. You have a rental agreement. If you're tired of renting your marketing and ready to actually build something, subscribe. Everything I talk about here is about fixing what actually matters. No gimmicks, no hacks, just infrastructure.